Welcome to part 3 of Forex Success Training. In this particular training, I'll open your eyes to something very important that most traders never pay attention to. Because of this, they do blow their account, they lose their money. And I know you don't want to lose the money. For that reason, endeavor to watch this video to the end. At the end of this video, you will understand when to trade, how brokers work, and how to use the right platform to place your trade as a professional. The first thing I want to talk about is Forex trading session. Forex trading session. In life, timing is everything. The Bible says that there's time for everything under the sun. A word spoken at the right time is like an apple in a plate of an old gold. Now that's to show you how important. So timing is very, very important. In Forex trading, timing is very, very important. So let me ask you this question. Have you ever entered a trade and you see nothing? Like nothing, no activities, nothing is happening. Yes, it happened. No movement. That is because you probably entered the market at the wrong time. No profits, nothing is happening. The market is just like that. So when it happens like that, when you enter the market at the wrong time, nothing will happen. So just to tell you that there is a time that something happens and there's a time that something does not happen. There's a time you make profit and there's a time you don't make. So with that in mind, that lay a foundation to what we want to talk about. Yes, Forex operates 24 hours and 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, or Sunday night, depending on your location, to Friday. But like for those of us in Nigeria, from Sunday 10 p.m. till Friday night, that's how Forex operates. So let's just say 5 days a week. But the market is divided into 4 sessions. Now, and in this session, there are some that are favorable. Not all the market move very well. They don't move the same way. I want you to understand something, that this 4 session, if you're not smart, you might be losing money because you're just a trader, or you're just entering market, you're just trying anyone, you're just clicking buy, you're just clicking sell, you might lose. Now here are the 4 Forex sessions you need to know. The first one is the Cindy market, or the Cindy session, as you may call it, Cindy session. The second one is the Tokyo session. And the third one is the London session. The fourth one is the New York session. Now these are the 4: Cindy, Tokyo, London, and New York. Don't worry, I'm going to break it down in Nigerian time that you will personally understand, so that once you check your time, you will know, okay, this time is Tokyo, this time is New York. Like the particular time I'm recording this video is New York session. That's the time I'm recording this video right now. So let me break it down for you to understand. The Cindy sessions open between 10 p.m. Why does it even open that time? So why do we have sessions? So let me explain something very important. You know that the world rotates. The world does not. We don't wake up at the same time. Our time zone is different. The people that are in Asia will wake up different time. People are in Europe, they wake up different time. All of them, they wake up and go to work different time. Now I want you to understand something. Everyone resume work by 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. in most places, depending on their location. They will resume work by 8. So they run that 8 to 4 or 9 to 5. But the time that is 9 o'clock in Nigeria is not the same 9 o'clock in US or in Asia. Depending on their location, the timing varies. The Cindy sessions opens by 10 p.m. Nigerian time. 10 p.m. Nigerian time. That's why we tell you that markets open on Sunday 10 p.m. So by that 10 p.m. the market opens and moves. Like you can see on the chart, you can see when it opens by 10 p.m. it moves the forward. Now this market is not very good for traders. It's not good for traders. I don't recommend it for you. If you're my students, you want to follow me, you want to become a profitable forex trader, do not trade the Cindy market. Let me just make it very plain. Though I'm not making it a lot to you, but it's just good for preparation. You wake up and see the market, see how the market is, prepare yourself, get set for the major trade. So it's not good for big trade. It's not good for trade. It's so small. You know, one thing is that we, the retail traders, we don't control the big volume, what really happened. We don't make the decision in what happened there. So we're actually following what others are doing. We are just getting small. It's like you're working with a well. If you see wells, the way they work, as they're swimming, there are other small fish that are hanging around. So by the time the well now catch a big fish and eat, there's always leftover that is falling apart. Now when those leftovers fall apart, those fish that are working with him will now pick it and eat. We are like those fish that are working with the big well. So whatever fall out is what we'll eat. So we don't just go out hunting on our own. Now the Cindy market is always very quiet because that's not where the big dogs are working. No. So I will not advise you to trade them. Now the next market is the Tokyo session. The Tokyo session opens in Nigeria around 12 a.m. to 9 a.m. You can see now, that's when it's open, and it's always very slow. It's still very slow, though it's better than the Sydney market. Now this is the Asian session. It's slow, though it's good for JPY pairs like USD JPY or Great Britain JPY. Is good, but I will still advise you to trade this particular market because it's still very slow. Now that takes us to the next one, the London session. Now the London sessions opens by 8 a.m. Nigerian time and closes by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. That's how it's run. This is where things get hot. This is where things get happening. The market is bubbling. Now I want you to imagine. Let's just be real. Be real. And I'm talking about London session here. You can imagine the big banks in London. You can imagine the volumes of activity that is going to happen. So the market is moving, bubbling, is going, everything is happening. So if you're going out in that time, you're trading with them, you're going in the flow, you're going according to the trend. As they're making profit, you're making profit. Did you get the message from that angle? So this is one of the market that is good. But I'm going to explain. I'm going to give you an expo, what we call expo, that will help you have an advantage over the market. So the London sessions operate from 8 to 5 p.m. Yeah, traders are entering the market, the big banks are trading, everybody are doing things, that things are going in. Now this is very good for currency pairs like Britain pounds USD and Euro USD. It flies very well. So activities are working very well in this particular market session. Now let's go to the last session. Next market we'll talk about is the New York session. Aside from the London session, which is very strong, things are going very well, the New York session is another powerful session. It opens by 1 p.m. and runs down till 10 p.m. Remember we told you that this market runs for 24 hours. The Sydney session actually opened by 10 p.m. and the New York sessions closes by 10 p.m. So that is, this one is opening, this one is closing. So that's 24 hours. This one is opening, this one is closing. They run like that, like 24 hours. Do you understand? But let's say something very clear. I've talked about London session as the market is bubbling very well. This is another powerful session, the New York session. Now, remember, you know the volume of banks, big banks that are in, people are exchanging money in London. People are exchanging money in London because we are making profit from exchange, you know. As people are exchanging money, that's why we are making profit from nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. Do you understand now? So, imagine the volume in London and imagine the volume in New York. So, this is another big opportunity for traders like you watching me right now to make profit. Yes. So yeah, you see the real money moves here in the New York session, especially USD pairs. Every pair that flow with USD flow very well in the New York session. But now I want to give you a secret. There is something you need to look for if you want to trade. It is called session overlap. Like you can see on the screen, there's a session overlap. This overlap is where we are talking about. Here is the trick where you have a high volume. So now the New York session and the London session merge and there's an overlap. So you can imagine the volume that will be bubbling in the market now. So the big banks in New York and the big banks in London merge together and they run activities. This overlap is most volatile moment for traders. Is the most profitable time for traders. If you know you want to make money, remember I told you that we don't have the ability to, we don't control the market, we follow the trend, we follow what happens. So since we're actually following what's happened, what simply means is that now that there's a high volume of activity, this is the time to trade. It is called session overlap. This is the time you should be looking for. This is the time you should enter the market and trade the market as an expert. You have to do like simple. Don't complicate anything. Enter the market at this time. You're going to see a high level of activity in trade the market. So if you know you want to make profit in the forex market, stop trading randomly. Just my advice. Stop trading randomly. Start trading during the right session. And what we do is that we provide you with signal, premium signal, and our expert will read the statistics, we read the market and see the best time for us to trade, and we'll give you the best signal. And if you use it very well, you understand and you make profits. Now let's move on to something very important you need to understand, because it shouldn't be as if they're cheating you. I used to feel that these people that you are doing forex with are cheating, and the basic people I used to look up to, I used to point finger at the brokers. You need to understand forex brokers and know how to choose the right broker. So let's talk something about it. Now the forex broker are one set that people do overlook. Everybody just want to make money. They don't even want to know what happened. You need a Forex broker for you to make money. For you to make money in the Forex, you need a Forex broker. It's just like you want to take loan, or you want to get money, you want to save money, like I talked about in the previous training. If you want to save money, you need bank. The broker are the bank. Do you understand now? Now in the Forex market, the brokers give you access into the market. They serve like your gateway. Like I told you in the other training, you cannot just walk into the central bank and tell central bank, I want to borrow money. No, you go to the commercial bank. You cannot go to the central bank and tell central bank, I want to save money. You need the commercial bank. So you save the money in the commercial bank, and the commercial bank now take the money to the main market. The same way, you cannot go to the central bank and tell central bank, I want to trade Euro USD. It's not possible. So for you to trade Euro USD, you need a broker. They place a broker in that position. It's just in that position so that you can access the market with the little ability that you can use, and with that you are good to go. So think of a broker as your gateway. They give you access to the market, they give you access to the currency you are able to trade, they make it easier to you. Now they give you your accounts, they give you access to MT5, MT4 login, you're able to get it, and they give you the price feed. Now the brokers are very, very good. They also give you access to deposit and withdrawal system. All of these things are things that the broker provide us with. But listen, please listen and listen very well. Not all brokers are good. For you to choose a broker, you have to be very, very careful. I mean, very, very careful. Because some brokers can run you straight. Some brokers can make you to go back to the village. So I'm just telling you what truth. So there are 5 things I'm going to share with you that you must look out for while picking a broker. The first thing is you have to avoid being scammed. So the broker must be regulated. You have to make your research and see that these brokers are regulated. I mean, what did people talk about them? You need to make proper research to know how these brokers have been, how long they have been, how well they have been, how is their standard, what do people talk about them? Go and check their recommendation. What do people say about them? This is very, very important. You need to do this part before you choose a broker. So you don't choose a broker blindly. Yes. How is their withdrawal system? How is it? It's not that you just deposit your money, then after depositing your money, you cannot withdraw, you cannot remove your money when it's time to remove your money. No. They should have a fast withdrawal system so that when you make your profit, you can withdraw very fast. This is something you need to look out for in a broker. Now, their spread. Remember I told you about spread in the previous lesson, which I told you the commission that a broker make on each of the trade. Their spread should be very low. It should be low. Yes, if possible, very low. So that while they're using it to also manage, you can also survive. You don't need to lose all your money simply because you entered a trade. You still have something still needs to remain. And they must also accept the trading engine, the MT4, MT5. They must give support to MT4, MT5. For those of you in Nigeria, they must accept you to fund with Naira or possibly use OP. But depending on the country you're watching this from, if you're not in Nigeria, then I'll advise you, check the broker that they have these 4 things I've mentioned earlier. Then possibly they also accept bank transfer in your country, so that it will be easier for you to fund your account. That is why I do recommend my brokers, and I would advise you use my broker. These things I'm asking you to do, we have already scrutinized it and see that they meet up the standard. Why? Because we have made research on these few other ones that are also doing very well. So I personally advise you, use our broker. Use the link in the description. Check the link attached to this video. Use the link and create your account. Create your free account. If you haven't created your free account, use the link attached to this. It's free. Create your free account and see you making profit. These brokers we are talking about here, we have also scrutinized them. We are also using them. We're making profit. We've been using them for years. They are trusted. Some are more than 15 years and are doing very well. Very, very well. So you don't have anything to lose. Now let's go to the third one, trading platform. Now there are 2 trading platforms I want to talk about, the MT5 or MT4 and TradingView. Now let's talk about this as a trading tools for you to have a better understanding. You need 2 platforms to succeed in Forex. The first one happens to be a tools for you to use and analyze the market. The second one happens to be a tools for you to place your trade. Now both tools are very, very important, but let me show you the function of it. Like you can see, the TradingView is used to analyze the market. It is what smart traders use to plan their trade. They use it to analyze the market, check the chart clearly, see the chart clearly, draw trend lines, mark support and resistance, use indicator, everything are available. You use the benefit of TradingView. But listen to this part very carefully. You don't place your trade here. This trading view is not where you place a trade. Yes, you can place a trade. They just put that options here is there, but it's not the best place to place a trade. It's not every part of the card that you use. There are parts of the card that you don't need to use. It's the mechanic that we use. It's not you. So it's not made for you to use it. So that's how it is. So on this trading view, you are not expected to place a trade there. You're expected to use it to analyze the market. Use it as a thinking room. Use it as a place that you use and see how the market is before you move to MT5 or MT4, which I call it the trading weapon. This is where you execute your trade. Like you can see this MT5, you can see the MT5, you can see the interface, you can see and also MT4. You can see how the interface, see the way it is. All you have to do is you log in, connect your broker account to your MT5. When you connect it there, this is where you place the buy trade or the sell trade. This is where you put your stop loss, your take profit. This is where you put it, all of them. So this way you see your balance. This way you see if you've made profits, if you've run loss, you see everything here. This is your trading weapon. So what you need to do is very simple. Make sure that you get these two things set, the trading view, the MT5. Now the trading view, note, is for analyzing, but the MT5 is where you use to command your trade. That's how to use trading view and the MT4 and MT5. That's the functions of it. Now let's talk about brief assignment. I just want to give you a small assignment for you to go home and practice something at the end of this particular training. There's your task. Prepare very well for the next training. The first thing is download your MT5 and log in your demo account. Use the link attached to this video, create your demo account, log in to your MT5, then go through the TradingView.com. Go to TradingView.com or use the app. Then go to TradingView.com or use the app, explore the charts, possibly something like Euro USD. Observe how prices move. Observe how things went through during the London session, the New York session. Observe it carefully. Yes, do this very carefully. Now, when you're done with this, type in the comment section, day 3 done. Now, do that very well and let me know so we can move you to the next action. I'll be leaving you my final word. Listen, champions. It is not enough for you to just click the buy trade or the sell trade, the buy button or the sell button. You need to understand when to trade, who connects you to the market, and what tools you're actually using. These are the things I've shared with you in this very training. If you practice what I'm teaching you today, you'll be separated from random traders because you're going to become consistent. That's what separates random traders from a consistent, confident trader. Because by the time you know how to use the MT4, you know how to use the trading view and analyze the market, you see there is an uptrend or a downtrend, you practice. If there should be a retest, you know very well. So what I'm advising you today is don't just take this training for granted. Go and analyze this thing, go and practice this thing, take action today, practice what I'm teaching you, practice what I've taught you so far. And get ready, because trust me, the next training that is coming is loading. It's going to even get deeper than the way it is. See you in the next training.